I don't know where this video is going to go, but I feel like it's time that I make one, so here we go. I guess I'll start with until you can get real, I cannot trust you because I feel it. I cannot be real because the state of confusion is my walls because I can't trust you. You know, this year is about truth, coming into truth, and truth is getting real with it. And anything that is not truth will be, it's got to go. And I feel like that's what we've been going through. That's what we've been going through is the walls coming down, the veils being lifted, and we are seeing. And the feminines went through a lot, and we've come to a point of coming into our goddess energy. And what that is to me is the true feminine. We know because we are intuition. We feel. So anything unreal, untruthful, we see right through it. And the masculine's way of protection for many of them is that they won't tell you all the truth, or they'll tell you the truth then they won't tell you the truth, or they just won't tell you anything, or they keep, or if the truth starts to come up, they'll switch things in. They keep you in a state of confusion. If you stay in that state of confusion, you cannot see them, right? And they keep that control over you. But it's like it isn't working anymore because we've come to a point of we see through you, we see through your shit, and it just makes us feel off. It's like, okay, you're telling me this, but I'm feeling this. So then we kind of question ourselves, and it just doesn't feel good to us. That doesn't feel good for us to question what we're feeling, our truth, to question our truth, who we really are, our intuition, what we've become. To question that, we don't like it. It feels off. We can't stand it, actually. So, not being able to be in a state of, I can trust what you're saying to me, or what you're doing, or who you are, or what is with you, you don't feel right to me. And we're all about what feels right to us. We've come to that point of, when you start this process, you learn to go with what you vibe with. Well, once you come to this point, everything is off of feel. Everything is off of feel. If it doesn't feel right to us, it's got to go, period. We can't stand it. Can't stand it. So we're coming into a point of kind of stepping away from the masculine because it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right because they're not in their truth, because they're in fear. Okay? So they're going through, they are waking up more. What they're waking up to is feeling. What they're waking up to is that feminine energy. This feminine energy is coming through, right? This feelings. Even more so, the feminine energy is coming through to bring that up even more so. So the masculine is going through their really difficult time right now, which is, allowing themselves to feel it. They're seeing more. As they're seeing more truth, they're having to face it. They've been all about avoid. So now they're having to face what they're seeing and feeling. And it's difficult for them. So a lot of fear is coming up. When fear comes up, anger comes up. And it becomes overwhelming because it's so much, and they push away, And that's coming up a lot more for them. At the same time, so what they're doing is they're coming into their truth, but they're not all the way there yet. So those walls still have to come up. And that's what we're feeling, and it's not feeling right, and so then we're stepping away. Do you see that? As we're stepping away, they're like, whoa, because they're seeing more, they're feeling us more, they're more knowing the truth of where they belong, what is home, what they belong with. You know what I mean? So there's more of that draw to us. We're pulling away even more as they're seeing even more, they're feeling even more. So it's just flat out overwhelming to them. You get it? It's like all of it all together at the same time. A lot of us, all of us, have been going into, a lot of us, we'll go with a lot of us because we're on different, some aren't, but for me, it's been like stepping, not, a lot of family issues, you know, it's like coming into that more. It's like, it's kind of like stepping away from the twin a little bit and getting the last bit that needs to be gone, you know? And it's like, so those family issues, those key role players in our lives that never leave, issues are coming up, but it's the final ones because I'm at the point of I see through your shit. I see the reason for everything. I see the truth in everything. And it's like in that and in the security within myself, I'm able to stand up to it. So it's like I get to jump off that hamster wheel. And as I jump off that, it changes. And with each thing that happens like that, it's like, oh, I see that. I see through that. I don't fear that because I know what that is and I'm not dealing with that anymore. And I'm not scared to stand up because I trust myself. You know what I'm saying? The fear diminishes. And it's like we're able to even stand even stronger. We're able to even face more, you know? So that's what I've been going through is like all the family things. And as I'm clearing that space and clearing those issues, I'm able to step forward, like I'm saying, into even more. And I feel like that's what I'm doing now. It's like focus on preparation of what needs to come. It's like getting into this place of almost like into this place of being able to do your mission. Now, everything has been your mission. You're here to evolve, to grow, to, you know, change this energy, to heal this generational curses, to rid the emotions, to bring in love to the new world. You know, this is our purpose. But there is a mission here that we're stepping into. And it's like we've been going through to come to a point to where it's like almost a next shift, but a major one, you know, into the next, like this part of the life has been getting to this point of awakening, of seeing ourselves, right, to get to where we can stand in this, at this level. Now that we're able to stand at this level, we are getting ready to do something else major. It's like, okay, you've got all this knowledge, all this understanding, you're at this level to be able to stand, to be able to face, to be able to deal with all these things in the world. And now it's time to do that. So I feel like everything that right now is like a preparation. It's like my focus is not, I'm not on the twin, I'm not on one thing. It's just like each thing is like my focus is on this point that I need to get to be able to stand at that place, to be able to do what's next in my life. You know? So right now it feels like it's like a preparation. It's like, okay, that's out. Okay, that's out. I'm going forward. I'm going forward. I'm going forward. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. Nothing's going to stand in my way. Like on fire. You know, this is what I need to do. This is where I'm going. This is, you know, and nothing is, it's just like, and it's like each thing that I overcome emotionally is bringing me closer to that place, that destination, that focus point. You know? So it's like not so much attention's on the twin. There's things that's coming in. There always will be, you know, that we deal with. But it's like that's not the main focus, which has been for many years, right? That's not the main focus. It's these other, it's like the last layers of the onion are being peeled off to get me to this ending where I need to be, this focus point. It's kind of like, and it's like he is as well. And it's kind of like we check in. It's kind of like a check-in. It's like, How are you? What point are you at? Okay, this is what you're doing. Good job. Next. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like, there's not like any separation, but there's not like we are like this either. We have space to do what we need to do because we're both walking down this path focused on what we need to do to get to the point. And we are supportive of each other in the way that we need to be. It's like also like a knowing of where we're going without words. It's like we both understand. Like, I don't know the total ending, but I know, I know that I'm moving. I know that my job is growing. I know that I've been finishing the degree for naturopathic medicine, but I'm also learning, like I did the first time I went to school for naturopathic medicine, that I feel like the emotions are so intertwined to it. So I feel like I'm going into a new form of healing. It's like people are changing, and what we're changing into and the way the world is, we need a true understanding of the way to heal. And I think that I'm going to go into more of that and how the emotions affect that in a natural way to heal you. So that, I think, is a big mission for me. So I'm focused on finishing school. I'm focused on going through that. I'm focused on moving and changing and getting to the place that I'm happy and content and comfortable in. I hope that it's with him. I feel that it's with him. It's like I feel that I'm preparing the way to meet him there. And it's like I'm seeing the things that he's doing. Okay, you're going through these family issues, you're going through this, we're going through the same things. And I feel like we're going down the path and we're going to meet there. And then when we meet there, then we'll go into the next thing we have to do. So in this, a lot of people are coming up with, they're facing fear. That's what I'm doing, right? I'm going through all these things, and I'm seeing and I'm trusting myself, and everything that comes at me, I'm facing it head on. It's like no fear. It's like I'm facing it. I'm facing all fear. I'm facing all obstacles. It's like, next, I see it. Next, I see it. Just bam, bam, bam. And I think that's what a lot of people's coming into, is facing their fears. Facing their fears allows the truth to come out. Because like I said, the feminine is like, we cannot be unless they are real. Why are they not real? They put up this wall of confusion because they don't trust either. They're not secure. They're in fear of us. They're in fear of everything, right? So it's like breaking down fear so we can trust, I'm able to step forward because I trust myself. I trust myself enough to take that step, to trust what's standing in my way, to see clearly, to trust my intuition, trust my feminine self enough to not fear what step I'm taking. You know what I'm saying? Of course there's things I fear. I still fear him, I still don't trust him. I don't trust him because he's not in a place of being able to be his real self, totally true self, So anyway, so what I'm saying is, what's going on is we're all facing our fears, stepping into our truth, and in that we're stepping forward in the path to be able to stand in a place that we need to stand into to move into our purpose here. Our purpose for I'm not going to say our purpose because all of this is our purpose, but our next purpose, which is large, which we've done all this work to get to, purpose is coming into play. I also want to talk about the heart, because the last few months, it's like these shifts will come in, these energy shifts will come in, and it's like you can feel your heart. I've talked about this before. It's almost like your chest opening, and it's just like, your heart just feels like it's exploding. It's like, and when it does, it's like, oh my God. It's like this amount of love is just like overwhelming. It's just like so much love. And I felt this, throughout the process, like when I went into like the first big awakening, well, the second, because the first was in the 20s, and everything was beautiful and blah blah blah, and all I was love for like a year, and I'm crying because I love the male lady kind of love. So that's one form of love, and we change. After that point, we change. But this is just like even greater. It's growing even larger and even larger and even larger, and it's like an overwhelming amount of love, but it's good, and it keeps happening with these shifts. And I think what it is the combination of them. I think, they're opening, their hearts are opening, and we're connected. So it's like, as they're opening more and they're allowing themselves to love more, we're feeling it and we're loving more. Makes sense, right? As they step or we step, they step, well, the love is growing, right? The feminine energy's coming in, that nurturing, that loving energy. We're coming together, we're seeing more, we're getting more real with it. We're not so scared, we're facing our fears. What do we fear? We fear love and being loved, you know what I'm saying? So it's like all opening up, this love. But what I'm saying is I think it's a combination of both, and that's why we're feeling it so much more strongly now, and it's happening fast. Just a couple of days ago, it was like, woo, I feel this love. It's just, and when he stayed here, it was like, God, what is this love? But it's not normal. It's not like, oh my gosh, I'm just loving him more every day, or loving this person more every day. It's like, bam, my chest is going to fucking explode, and I'm overwhelmed, and I'm going to cry with so much joy of fucking love, that kind of love. And one more thing I want to talk about is the importance of nutrition and real food with awakening. I went into raw vegan, I don't know, Tom, a couple of months ago. And when I did, it was like, oh my God. It was like I felt like I was 20 again. It was like all this energy, and I felt so happy, and I felt alive. And then I started to feel like I needed some protein. So I started to, of all things, add in crab meat. I don't know why. But, processed, nasty, gluten, and I started feeling horrible. And then my daughter come back around. My children are spiritually growing too, and that's a whole nother story. So, because that was a big issue. So, and I judged myself because I thought I wasn't a good mother when I gave, my life to that. But, so anyway, I see the reason for it all now, and it's okay. But anyway, so she's coming back around. There's pizza everywhere, and it's like a weakness. So I started to eat some things that wasn't good, and I felt horrible. Like, I felt horrible since he left. About that time, I don't know how long that's been. A month, maybe? Anyway, felt horrible. And I decided 3 days ago that I was going to start eating raw vegan again. What I'm doing now is, but also a detox fast. So what I'm doing is I will drink a smoothie with either strawberries or blueberries, and raw protein from Sprouts smoothie. I drink one juice because I feel like people juice, like I'll juice 20 things of carrots, you know what I mean? Your system can handle what your system needs. So if you can eat a package of carrots and you feel okay, good, that's what your body can handle. If you cannot eat 20 packages of carrots, your body cannot handle it. It doesn't matter if it's a juice form. That's the minerals and nutrients you're putting in your body is all that you need. You can't handle it because it doesn't need anymore. Get it? So anything that's excess of what you need, your body's going to have to struggle to deal with, even if it's healthy. So I'm juicing one thing a day, which is the combination of celery, carrots, and cabbage. Cabbage is healing to the stomach. Carrots is potassium and sodium, and then celery is sodium. And my issue is adrenal glands, which sodium is needed. So I drink 1 juice a day, and then I'm eating 1 salad a day. And I stop that salad. I eat that salad around 2 to 3 o'clock, and I don't eat anything else until that again. And I'm on day 3 of that, and I'm just coming alive again. It's like, as you can, listen to me. Like, I'm just like alive. Yesterday I went to the playground and swung. I love to swing. It's like, I used to love it when I was a kid, but then it was like it would make me dizzy, like, woo, like I'm dizzy. But now, somehow or another, something's balanced to where I can swing again, and we stayed there till dark because it was like so fun, like I'm living again, like it's okay to live. And as I put this food back in me that's alive, it's like I come back to life. And now, some of us, and I understand this, that it feels like you need to eat food that's not so good to ground yourself back down, or it just becomes you lose yourself. And what that is your alkaline levels are going too high. If your alkaline pH is too high, you will be in the clouds. You'll be a space cadet. And that's not good. But there's other ways that you can balance yourself back down to more of a neutral pH level state, besides eating things that are not good for you. Exercise is acidy. Vitamin C will bring you back down. You can look up food charts of what food's more acidy without being like berries are neutral. You know what I mean? You can combine your food to bring you back down. Calcium lactate will bring you back down from an alkaline state. There's other ways to balance your body back down to neutral and not get out of the clouds and be healthy at the same time, and eat healthy and eat raw and be alive. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's very important in this spiritual process because you're awake. I'm doing this. Why I started to do this, because I have so much to do, because I'm focused on what I need to do. I've got to do this. I've got to stay healthy. Because I've got to have all my energy and focus and everything about me awake and alive and going to get at the point I want to get to. I can't do that if I'm like dumbed down by food that's making me feel like, shit. Get it? So it's important to get to where you need to be and do what you need to do and get to the point in this process you want to get to. You really do have to take out the toxicity and go hippity-dippity and get with feeding yourself things that are alive. Okay, so I think that's it for today. Just keep facing your fears. Listen to yourself and see if it's an excuse or not. Are you making an excuse because you're fearing what you're going to get to? Because even sometimes we fear what we most desire, coming into union and coming into that place of, or just coming to that place we dream of, of total peace and bliss and happiness and feeling great and wonderful and no more pain and all these bad emotions and, being of love, just getting to that place and that we see and know is going to happen. To actually step into it is like, man, it can be scary, you know what I'm saying? And because, are we worthy? Is it really true? Do fairy tales exist? And we're so scared that maybe they don't, that we're scared to step into them. If that makes any sense to you. So, are you not making an excuse not to get to where you want to be? I know that's a hard one to wrap your head around. Okay. Talk to you soon. If you need me, my links are below.